And it's just 8 a.m. here in South Korea. How many South Korean voters have already cast their ballot in the past 2 hours since polls opened? We now connect with our Lee Eun-hee at the National Election Commission. Hello there, Eun-hee.
Good morning, Dami.
So, Eun-hee, we're still in the early hours of the election day, but how's the turnout looking 2 hours into the voting?
Well, Dami, so I'm at the National Election Commission in Gwacheon City where officials are keeping track of the voter turnout. It's been around 2 hours since the polls opened this morning at 6 a.m. The turnout at 8 a.m. was 5.7%, not including figures from early voting. The figures by regions are as of 7 a.m. The highest turnout rate as of 7 a.m. was in Daegu with 3.2%. Jeollanam-do province, which showed the highest early voter turnout rate, is at 1.9%. The lowest turnout is in Gwangju with 1.8%. The capital, Seoul, is seeing a turnout of 2.2%. Incheon is at 2.6%, Busan at 2%, and Daejeon stands at 2.8%. Gyeonggi-do province stands at 2.5%, while Jeollabuk-do province is at 2%. In terms of other provinces, turnout in Chungcheongbuk-do is 2.6%, Chungcheongnam-do 2.7%, Gyeongsangbuk-do 3%, and Gyeongsangnam-do 2.7%. In this presidential election, early voting was held last week for 2 days, recording a turnout of slightly over 34%, the second highest on record.
I see. Eun-hee, so the polls will close at 8 p.m. tonight. That's when vote counting officially begins. Now, when will the results be known then?
Yes, Dami, once the voting ends at 8 p.m., the ballot boxes will be sealed and taken to counting centers under police escorts. Counting begins soon after, and the National Election Commission expects counting to be finished by around 6 a.m. Wednesday morning. The results should become clear by midnight once 70 to 80% of the votes are counted. However, the final results, of course, may take longer depending on how close the race is and the voter turnout. Once counting is done, the NEC will hold a full committee meeting in which the new president will be formally declared. This meeting is expected to happen between 7 and 9 a.m. on Wednesday, and the process should only take 5 to 10 minutes. The new president's term will immediately begin. On Monday, Do Tae-ak, chairman of the National Election Commission, urged active voter participation, emphasizing the importance of creating a united South Korea through voting. No assured the public that the NEC has prioritized transparency, highlighting measures such as 24-hour CCTV at early voting stations and a vote paper inspection system, both implemented in last year's general election. Authorities are focusing on safety management as well. The National Fire Agency has launched special emergency operations at over 15,000 polling and counting stations nationwide, running until ballot counting ends. Also this morning at 6 a.m., police declared the highest level of emergency alert, mobilizing all available personnel. The heightened readiness will continue until the new president's inauguration is completed and he arrives at his office on Wednesday. Around 60,000 officers are assigned to polling station security, 45,000 to ballot transport, and 7,000 to counting center protection. That's all I have at this hour, but I'll be back with more updates for our later newscast. Back to you, Dami.
All right, Eun-hee, thank you for that coverage. That was our Lee Eun-hee live from the National Election Commission.